Hi there, and welcome to Unclassified and the 7th episode. I interrupted my intro. I almost saw a pigeon get ran over by a car. And anyway, back to what I was saying. Welcome back to the 7th episode of my SCP series. When before I get into that, I just want to say I got a tattoo yesterday, and my arm is extremely sore, and where it was shaded in, it was like red, and it looked really good, and I was hoping it'd stay, but the red has started to fade now. So luckily it's started to heal, which means the itching process is going to happen, so that's going to be fun. But anyway, let's get straight into SCP-007, the Abdominal Planet. Hopefully I said that right. SCP-007, also known as Abdominal Planet, is an anomalous object classified by the SCP Foundation as elucid. The subject appears to be a human male of intermediate ethnicity and approximately 25 years old. What makes SCP-007 anomalous is that from the waist down, the subject's abdomen is replaced with a miniature planet. Key characteristics: SCP's lower torso is missing, and instead of typical organs, there is a spherical miniature planet about 60 centimeters in diameter. This planet includes continents, oceans, and a small atmosphere that is consistent with Earth-like features. Details of the planet. The land masses of the miniature planet do not match Earth's continents, but show a complex, detailed ecosystem through observation. It has been noted that the planet is inhabited by tiny humanoid life forms and has signs of civilizations such as cities, structures, and technology. Interaction. SCP-007 shows no ill effects from the anomaly and exhibits normal human behavior. The subject claims to have no memory of the anomaly and does not require subsistence or bodily functions associated with the missing lower half of the body. SCP-007 is contained in a furnished containment cell. It is allowed some freedom within the facility, provided it does not leave a predetermined boundary. SCP-007's origin and the exact nature of the miniature planet remain unknown. Researchers are particularly intrigued by the fact that a civilization on the planet seems to be progressing, although no direct interaction has been made with them. Okay, that was the description of SCP-007, and now for my favourite part of the videos, the story section. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. When I find it. Deep down in Area 51, there is a subject isolated, which is known as the Abdominal Planet, said to harness the power of mass destruction and holds the ability to control all natural disasters, such as volcanoes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and so on. One day, Marcus wakes up from an unusual dream. In the dream, he is walking down an endless hallway, and suddenly, he stops to the strange voice of something calling out to him. He stops and listens carefully. The voice asks Marcus to free him, or else. At the end of his dream, the voice tells Marcus to remember two words: New York and 1709. Marcus wakes up immediately after this. With those two words playing on repeat in his mind, Marcus gets up and does his normal routine, getting his kids up and ready for school, when an emergency broadcast interrupts his children's cartoons. Marcus walks close to the TV. He is putting on his tie as the person on the news starts to speak. Breaking news. A powerful earthquake struck New York today, leaving devastation across the city. The tragedy has claimed the lives of 1,709 people. With rescue efforts underway and authorities assessing the damage, stay with us for updates on this developing story. Marcus freezes, and he realises that the voice that he thought was in his head was real. He is brought back to life by his wife, who hugs him from behind, wishing him a great day at work. Marcus arrives at work. He's a level X security guard working on the lowest sector of Area 51, with the most dangerous entities. He walks straight past all his colleagues that he normally talks to, and makes his way straight to his section. Marcus can't help but feeling guilty for all the lives lost. He wastes no more time, and goes on with his plan. He looks up who's in charge of the containment keys, and after finding them both alone, Marcus quickly pulls the fire alarm and quickly runs behind the key holder and grabs him in a headlock. The key holder starts fighting back until Marcus grabs a statue and smashes it into the key holder's skull, making him fall to the ground unconscious. He grabs the keys and makes his way to the container of SCP-007 and puts the key into the door and unlocks it. Before he opens the door, a loud commanding voice from behind him makes him freeze in his tracks. Behind him is his lead commander, ordering him to stop what he is doing immediately and to move away from the asset. Marcus stares at him blankly until he can muster the words, "I'm sorry. I have to." Marcus then turns back around and goes to pull open the door. The lead commander then quickly pulls out his gun and goes to shoot Marcus in the back of the head, but ends up shooting him in the shoulder as he turns while opening the door. Falling to the ground in pain, Marcus holds his shoulder tightly as the lead commander starts screaming and rapidly firing his pistol at whatever is inside of the container until he suddenly falls to his knees and his face slowly begins to start melting off. Marcus's breath gets slower as the sounds of anguish from his lead commander forces his eyes shut and leaves his head facing down. After seconds of silence, all that can be heard are footsteps slowly exiting the container. Okay, that does for this video, and like every time, if you feel as though you can create the best ending for this story, then leave it down in the comments and I'll put the best ending in the beginning of the next video next week. So, anyway, thank you all for watching this video, and if you like the video, then like the video, and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.